Are you interested in packaging your knowledge into a high ticket product on or offline? If your answer is yes, the Giant Experience is for you. Here's my story. I got started in my business over 20 years ago, and I simply made the decision to go to work as myself. And maybe you have been wondering how you can take all of those years of experience, your knowledge, or your degrees, and put them to use for yourself and to package it into a monetizable structure. That was me 20 years ago. I wanted to figure out how to take my background as a corporate trainer, and I realized that so many women wanted to know exactly how I was able to write best-selling books, and having done partnerships with both Fortune 100 and Fortune 500 companies and get signed to media, Emmy-nominated and nationally syndicated television shows as the mom strategist. And so I decided to equally transfer what I knew how to do to them. And I built out a coaching practice that today has coached thousands of women just like you who are ambitious, smart, and sharp, highly actionable, go-getters. And they wanted to figure out how they could go to work for themselves. Hey there, guys, it's Mia here, and I am so excited to be here today. I'm going to be teaching very simply why you are not charging what you deserve and what you can do about it. Why you're not charging what you deserve and what you can do exactly about it. I'm Mia Redrick, business and life consultant, and I got started in my company about 26 years ago, and I simply made a decision to go to work as myself. I wanted to figure out how to take my background as a corporate trainer, my experience, and to package it into a service that I could serve the world with. I had a couple of conditions for myself. I wanted to be able to work from the comfort of my home, and I have for the last 26 years. I wanted to build a business where there would not be a cap on my income in any way, because often when you're working for the companies, there's a ceiling, right, that you get to. There's a salary. It may have a bonus, but still there's a cap. And I wanted to build a business where there were no caps. And I wanted to be fully expressed. And what I mean is that creatively, I wanted to do what I was purposed to do, and I wanted to package it. And this is one of the things that I hear from women all the time, that they might like what they're doing professionally, but they don't feel that they are fully expressed, able to be all of who they are in their business and in their brand and in their life. So today we're going to talk very simply about why you're not charging what you deserve and what you can do about it. And I thought that this topic would be appropriate because this is what I hear. So many women who are thinking of starting a business, maybe they have started a business, maybe you started a business. They might think that one, their idea isn't a good idea. Why? And so they switch over and over again because they have not figured out how to monetize the idea. They haven't figured out how to market what it is that they do, and they don't know how to sell what they do. And maybe that's you. And more importantly, they don't know how to package what they're doing, the results and transformation that they bring to make a core offering to the people they're meant to serve. So that's the first thing. The second reason that many people aren't charging what they deserve is because they are the first sale, and they don't believe that anyone will ever pay them, let's say, high ticket for what they do. And maybe that's you. You might know that you're great at what you do, but you might not know how to value the greatness that's within you. And I hope you understand exactly what I'm saying here. And because of that, sometimes that blurred thinking gets in the way of being able to stand in your value and charge your worth. Another reason that many women are not charging what they deserve is because they are surfers and they are watching what everyone else is doing and thinking based on what they see everyone else doing that that's what they ought to do. And one of the things that I have learned over the years, I've built this business as a category of one. meaning I wanted to be in a lane of my own. And I built a business based on my talents and my skill and my strong mastery. And so that had nothing to do with me Google searching what other people are doing. And if you have found that you're trying to find where you belong and you're searching to see what everyone else is doing, what it does is it makes you more uncertain about what you should be doing. You might be saying things like, the market is saturated. I need to switch what I'm doing. I need to close up shop because I can't monetize what I'm doing. And I promise you, I have clients that do all kinds of things and they're able to monetize what they do because you are the first sale. Okay. If you don't believe that what you have is valuable, no one else will either. You can take any ideas that you have and change them a million times. But until you work on your inner game, your outer game, what you offer, and your level of believability, your credibility will always flounder. When I got started in my business, I did not have customers. I was not a certified coach. And I didn't even know how to build a coaching business. But I knew that I had these amazing systems that had affected change in my own life. And I knew that I could transfer what I was doing for myself that was working to other women. I was certain that I could transfer what I was doing to them. I didn't need to get a seal of approval or validation for anyone else in order for me to see what I was meant to do. When I thought about pricing what I was offering back then, which I think about it now and I'm like, wow, I was always selling my coaching for $12,000 or more. This is 25 years ago, 26 years ago, mom coaching. And it was because I recognized the value of the change that I could create in the lives of others and the impact. I was like, what does it, think about the value of a mom that's whole or a woman that feels valued, the example that she sets in her family. So a lot of times we are not charging what we deserve because we actually don't know the value of what we're doing and how it brings to others. Maybe you're one of those people that uh, every single time it's time to show up for your business, you change what you're doing. And if you change what you're doing, you'll never have the evidence and the proof that what you're doing will absolutely work. All right, so I wrote down 3 simple things that I want you to think about today if why you're not charging what you deserve and what you can do about it. And the first thing that I want you to consider is that why you are undervaluing yourself. You already come with a significant amount of experience. So whether we're talking about a hard skill, something that you've studied and trained for, gone to school for, a professional life that you have had over the course of the last 10, 20, or 30 years, your proven record of success. Okay, that's your hard skill. Or maybe it's a soft skill. Maybe it's something that you have learned as a result of living your life, right? It could be organizing, it could be mom coaching, it could be anything like that. Those things also have significant value. Remember, I started as a mom coach. The first 7 years of my business, that's all I did. I built an amazing coaching practice, coached hundreds of women as a mom who wanted support around identity and not getting lost in motherhood. So if you've been this person sitting on a gold mine because you've got a soft skill and you think that no one's going to pay you for that, you got to understand they will. Okay. You got to ask yourself, why am I undervaluing myself? For me, one of the things that happened was because no one had ever heard of mom coaching 25 years ago. The words didn't go together. So whenever I talk about mom coaching, people actually thought, why would someone need a mom coach, right? It was a question that I would get over and over again. And I had to work on my own inner game so that I could show up for myself and my belief, because I knew that I was meant to support women who were having these issues around identity, and I knew I could support them. And I also knew that the people asking me the questions were not my ideal customers. Sometimes it's important to get yourself in community with people your own ambition level and above who aren't going to be poking holes in the ideas that you're meant to bring forward. And if you find that you don't have a community like that, that's where coaching is so important. Today we're talking about why you're not charging what you deserve. And most often, when we're not charging what we deserve, one second, that's going to go off again. When we're not charging what we deserve, it is because we are undervaluing what we bring to the table. If you are already working with clients, might look at your prices and say, why am I not charging more? And it could likely be because you've never really thought about what you're actually giving your clients. You've never thought about the value of all the things that you do. I see this all the time, especially with very, very talented people, that they just naturally give clients so many things that they never count in their process for compensation. My thought has always been that if you aren't properly compensated for what you do, you can't sustain the giving. And that's why so many people are out of business or don't want to run the business any longer, because it doesn't make sense because of not knowing how to value what you bring to the table. Number two, why you're not charging what you deserve and what you can do about it. You need to know how to shift to high ticket coaching or consulting, and so that you're in alignment. So one of the reasons that a lot of times you're not charging what you deserve, you're out of alignment. And so when we're out of alignment in terms of what we're doing, you're attracting the wrong people. You're doing work that doesn't get you excited, because you've got like this wide net and you're just trying to capture every single person that comes to you. But the reality is that shifting to high ticket allows you to focus more on the solutions that you can bring to the table. And there are people who want to work with you right now who need the solutions that you know how to solve. They're the solutions that you know like the back of your hand. They come to you easily and effortlessly and consistently and on a daily basis. And those are the ones that you would need to lead with so you can stand in your value. And if you haven't thought about doing that, it's one of the reasons why when you think about your business, it might feel like a heavy lift for you, because you're not doing what you're called to do. You're just doing what you can do. And we're talking today about why you're not charging what you deserve, because if you're just doing what you can do, you may not properly be able to see the value in what you're doing, because it might come to you easily. It might not be something that you feel is your highest level of genius, right? Or your full solution for your ideal clients. And it's time to change that. And the third thing I want you to think about is if you're not charging what you deserve, and you want to change that, I want you to think about the difference between doing the work and having a model that sells. And there is a whole difference. So I see this a lot, like where people are doing the work and they're charging by the hour, $25 an hour, $75 an hour, $250 an hour, $350 an hour. And they don't have models that work for them. The models that they have created for them a cap on their income, because for most people, they don't want to work double the amount of time. They start a business so they can create more time. And if your model isn't a model that will allow you to duplicate yourself, the truth of the matter is that you find that you're capped out. All right. And in terms of your ability to generate more revenue, or it means that you can generate more revenue, but then you're going to lose a whole lot of time. I say this all the time. The money is always in the model. And if you don't know how to take what you do, package what you do into a high valued structure based on what you do specifically, and you don't know how to price and value that giftedness, and how to market it so that your ideal clients come to you, and maybe you've been thinking like, oh, competition is so fierce out here. It's not. When you are great at what you do and you know how to position to the right audience, competition is irrelevant. People come to you all the time because of your expertise, because of the results that you bring to the table. And the model does matter. And I always felt like building your business around your life was something that was very important to me. It's still very important to me. It's how I live. It's what I've done. I've always worked from the comfort of my home. I've had the opportunity to be 100% present for every single thing that has mattered to me. And maybe that's where you are in your business. And maybe you're doing some of these things right, but maybe you know that, look, my packages are off and they need to be tweaked. Okay. Or maybe you know that you're not priced quite right and it's time to make a change. Or maybe you want to figure out how to position your marketing so that you can be attracting the ideal client instead of repelling them because of not being in alignment. Or maybe it's that you need support on what to say or how to close or setting up your funnel and your sales process. So no matter what it is, I hope that as a result of what you heard today, it's got you to think a little bit differently about, what you deserve and why you might not be charging what you can charge and what someone will absolutely say yes to if you step into that for yourself. I'm Mia Redrick, business and life consultant, and I got started my company 25 years ago, simply making a decision to go to work as myself. And I wanted to build a business that would allow me to show up as a mom the way that I wanted to. And I've been able to do exactly that. And I want that for you. If you're not a mom, I want for you freedom. If that is something that you desire, I want you to be able to compound your time. I want you to be able to travel the world the way that you want on your own terms. I want you to be able to transition from your work in the way that you want to. And retirement and your business create real options for you. I want you to get free and be able to stay free. And more importantly, I want you to be able to solve any circumstance or any situation that comes your way from the highest and tallest level because you've built a business that is there for you. I love you. I hope that if there's something I've said, I want you to do this. I want you to reach out. You can DM us here. You can DM me here on this platform. And if you are looking for options, and I want you to just write in the subject, I'm looking for options, and I'll reach out to you, or you can email us at team at info.miaredrickconsulting.com, team at info.miaredrickconsulting.com. And the reason I say that is you email us here, and this will give us an opportunity to reach out to you and share an opportunity of how we can support you in being able to make this business not only packaged properly around what it is that gets you super stoked, but your highest value of gifts and mastery, but also to make that business as profitable as possible, right? I'll talk to you soon. I hope you have an amazing rest of your day. Thanks for joining me.